Hello viewers, me and team here bringing you another Starcraft 2 match. I will be in the red as the Protoss player. My opponent will also be a Protoss, so this is going to be a mirror match once again. And this I've started to get a little bit better just because I've been going with the early gateways a little bit more frequently and then adjusting my builds from there. Essentially trying still to get my Zealot and Stalker composition right while playing as Protoss. This one's going to be a little bit interesting in that it's going to show a way that I lost previously that I managed to win in this game. And I'll play slightly less like an idiot than I have in some of my previous games, which is always a plus. Really not a lot going on in the early game except for that I'm ahead of him in macros slightly. So that's good. Probably despite, yeah, he's got like double my APM and we both have awful APM. Yes! Yes! Yeah, you don't need high APM until you're like professional. There's some people I know, or at least have communicated with, that have gotten pretty deep into masters with like 60 average APM. So really, it's how you're using your hotkeys and controlling your units and staying with your macro, and you don't need that much APM to do it. Anyway, what's he doing here? I guess part of the reason he's a little bit behind on gateways, probes, things like that, is that he's blocking off, or not really blocking off, but placing structures further away from his nexus. And you can see that actually has a significant advantage. I'm almost half a probe ahead of him now because he moved all the way up there to do that. And so I do get a slight supply advantage, scouting him out now. He's doing the same to me. Wow, this is crazy. Just clicking these circles here or whatever. I do a lot more boring and basic stuff here. Let's see if we can get it going on. Yeah, there we go. We're going to make a polygon. Yes, this is the Nintendo 64 era, and we will be doing polygon graphics. So, you can hide things from this, but for the most part, you can see what builds they're going with this without really worrying about what you're doing. And once again, I am ahead of them on the cybernetics core here. I haven't started mining gas yet, but I put up in a simulator just so that it eases my transition timing. But right now, I've still got all my probes on minerals as I try to set up. Because I don't really rely on early warp gate technology, and I'm starting to favor more Zealot-centric builds a lot. And so that just means that I don't need to spend all my gas right away, or I don't need to get gas as quickly because of that. So I built these because I had the minerals for them and could continue training probes the entire time. We're pretty even on harvesters. I am up one right now. Keep training probes. Come on, come on. Oh no, I'm going to stop here. That's right. No, I'm not. I'm going to stop short though. I'm actually not going to use this geyser, so that geyser is a bit of a waste. And my reasoning for that is, well, you'll see here. He shows me his robotics facility in my little patrol circle. I guess he didn't want to get a stalker before committing to that. Or I guess it would take too long if he did so. So I'm going 4-gate. My opponent is going 2-gate robo. Yes. Well, 3-gate robo now. I tried going 2-gate robo in the past, and I did spend all my money, and I just got overrun and mauled by 4-gate stuff. So we're going to see what happens in this game if I can copy what my previous opponent did to me. Yes. Yes, get the probe, except for you cannot. Oh, he's doing it too now. Oh no, he's just, is this a patrol or is this not a patrol? It is a patrol. So he is copying my tactics. Durrlol, you are a, durrlol, you are a copier. And pretty similar on the harvesters as well. The only difference being he's going for immortals to counter my stalkers, which he's seeing off 4-gate. Yeah. So we'll just smack that guy dead, finally. He's killed mine as well with his stalker. So now we don't have complete scouting information any longer. And yep, immortals, he did get a sentry. That's pretty, you kind of need one or two. Just so that if anybody goes balls out early attack on you, you can split their army at the ramp and kill it. So I don't fault him going that. Because of what I scouted, I knew it was going to attack me. I didn't bother with one. But it's there if you need it, so I would have gotten an early stalker in most matchups, but not with a guy who went early robotics facility. And this is a game where you can see repeatedly, this is the first time I'm mentioning it, but I have supply locked myself a couple times, and That's just inexperience because I have not played Protoss that long, still working on it. So now I'm trying to make up for lost time with some chrono boosts. At least I remember to use my chrono boosts, so that's good. That's a step in the right direction. And quickly macroing up an army here. Meanwhile, my opponent is spreading pylons. I guess he doesn't want any like in-base proxies or surprises of that nature, but I'm not really hiding any in-base proxies, so it's fine. Yeah, I have a tendency to spam pylons down here, just so that if I see any airplay, I can start placing cannon to protect my mineral line and make it harder to attack it while I move out. Mostly relevant against Banshees and Mutalisks, however. It can be helpful against Protoss as well. And something I've learned since I last did a cast was when the timing of your opponent getting gas, when they're Terran especially, has a lot to say about whether they're going a Banshee build versus a Rax build versus an Expo build. So you can learn a lot just by seeing, okay, how quickly are they getting their second gas? And if it's delayed, you're not going to see Banshees because you need more gas than that. But if they go heavy on the gas, then you're either going to see something like Blue Flame Hellions or Banshees, and it's probably worth getting cannons, or really fast observer, one or the other. I got a proxy here, apparently. This is not one I ever saw, although I'm not one who normally proxies, but I'm going to do the exact same thing in a minute. So, already learning the ways of the durrlol Protoss, I guess. We are still spamming armies. I am up on the army count and harvester count for some reason. Don't know why that is, but this is Diamond. I did check him. He's not Platinum League or anything. I've ended my losing streak and gone on a winning streak sufficiently to get back into playing Diamond by MMR, so that's good. Almost at the level I used to be with Zerg. A Warp Prism. You got a Warp Prism out here. That's interesting. Notice I am going very heavy on the Zealots. I did get one Sentry, just for Guardian Shield, to reduce the damage on my Zealots. And yeah, there I got to see pretty much his entire composition. Well, not all of it, but the vast majority, as well as what units he's getting. So no worries there. Notice that I am getting Warp Gate technology, so there's something else I've been saying I've been meaning to learn to do, and I'm going to do it here. Not too early, but as part of a legitimate offensive response to my opponent. And yeah, you're just going to see me pumping Zealots, pumping Zealots, pumping Zealots. Let's see. Up to 21 Zealots, and that's because he went for Immortals. And, oh, we get to do it, we get to do it. Where is it, where is it? Protoss units. They counter Immortals. I love the DT one, by the way. Look at that. Workers. Beautiful. Okay. Enough of that. So he's going to drop an expansion. I guess wanting to go into a macro game. This was a little tense after all. And, well, let's show that. I was too busy going durrlol with my in-game tutorial. But we're gonna have some pressure here from the Protoss. Well, sooner or later. Or some harass, more than pressure. I'm getting upgrades, so normally I wouldn't get upgrades, I would just attack, but because he turtled like that with his Immortals, I didn't want to attack up into that and lose. So I'm just going to run off here. It's going to hurt my mining time. I'm not sure how many units he'll kill. What is that, Control R? Yeah. He's going to kill like 2 harvesters here. The other 2 were killed scouting, so... He did cut me some mining time, though, but I don't think that was an effective harassment. Just because he only killed 2 workers. And yeah, I'm going to get his Warp Prism now. He only killed 2 workers, but he lost 200 minerals worth of units. So I don't think he destroyed that much mining time. Really not the best, considering he also lost his Warp Prism. So it's like an expansion's worth of materials, and he's expanding. So that should put me in the lead, and if you look at the army, well... I'm a little more mineral-centric than him, but in terms of total resource investment, I do have the absolute lead here. So, and because of this, I was going to move out anyway, having so many Zealots. But seeing this, I was like, oh god, I can make use of this. And yes, 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 warp, warp. That's what I'm talking about. I don't really think you need warp gates when you're playing defensively, but... when you're playing offensively, it helps to have an extra cycle of units to reinforce. So you do want Orc Bait at some point, and it is cheap, so you can convert over. Anyway, we have, let's see, 1-0 versus 0-0. He's going to try to force field me here, but it's really just a matter of killing the Zealots, and he doesn't have anything that does bonus damage to Zealots. He has nothing. So yeah, he force fielded out the few Stalkers I had, forced me to go around, but he didn't have enough sentries to really force field me out. And this is just going to be a slaughter fest because he's not even shooting my Stalkers with his Immortals, so they countered nothing. And now the unit counts are so huge that he just quits right away. So that will be a good game. Thumbs up if you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one. The Mean Team signing off.